So for this episode, we're gonna talk about creating a successful portfolio that is fit for you. Everything that I shared to you earlier is start with understanding yourself, specifically your risk profile. And this tool will be available for you at the website of Sharefield. So this profiling has 7 questions. Don't worry, the questions are going to be very easy. And for each question, you will answer them with yung strongly agree mo, ang points mo doon is 5 points. Yung agree mo is 4 points. Yung neutral mo is 3 points. Yung disagree mo, 2 points. And strongly disagree, 1 point. After answering these 7 questions, all you need to do is to just add all the numbers and just get the average. If your average is very close to 5, that means that you are a high risk taker. If you're very close to 1, you are a low risk taker. So you see, by doing this, you already know yourself better and you are now ready to take the next step. In this episode, other than sharing to you the theories, the concepts, we're gonna put side by side with the current case study. First thing, where you want to go. For you to determine where you want to go, you can use the concept of SMART. S stands for specifics. Kailan ka magre-retire? At what age? Magkano kakailanganin mo? Anong klaseng lifestyle ang meron ka ngayon at meron ka pag nag-retire mo? Number 2, it has to be measurable. Hindi pwede yung gusto ko maging comfortable, okay na yon. Dapat may numericals lahat yon. So ang goal natin is by the time na nag-retire tayo, I should be spending, let's say, 50,000 a month. For somebody more modest, just 20,000 a month. So it has to be measurable. Number 3, it has to be attainable. Bakit? Kasi sabi mo, I want to create enough wealth. Baka wala ka nang ginawa kundi magtrabaho buong buhay mo dahil hindi mo siya ma-achieve. R, relevance. So when you do all of this, sa lahat ng pag-uusapan natin, how will you be able to grow your wealth? Syempre, very important dito is dapat you do it correctly. You do it the right way. Okay, last but not the least, it has to be time-bound. At the end of the day, you want to make sure you know when this goal will happen. If you're guided by that SMART, you'll be able to have a better goal. Now, in that situation, dito mo na ngayon titingnan, ano kaya ang dapat na allocation sa akin? So, if you're a high-risk taker, most of the time, a big part of your allocation will be more on the equity side. 80% in the equities and about 20%, let's say, in bonds. Or pwede naman, let's say, 70% in equities, 20% in bonds, and you still retain a 10% in cash. Now, if you're on the extreme end and you are, let's say, closer to 1, ang allocation man dyan is more on cash and bonds and a little on equity side. Because siguro, I'll probably do a 10% to 15% in equities. Let's say bulk of your investment should be in bonds, let's say 60 to 65%, and the rest will just be in cash. So different portfolio would have different volatility. So clearly, yung nasa 5, yung mas marami equity niya, mas volatile. Yung nasa 1, mas less yung volatility niya. So here in Sharefield, after you fill up your risk profile, it will come out with a conclusion. So ano yung ideal asset allocation mo? Ano yung potential return mo in the long run? And ano yung magiging volatility ng investment mo? Now, bakit importante ito? Kasi you know what? Some people, yung perception nila ng risk saka yung actual risk profile nila usually are not the same. So, bakit? So, pag tinanong ko kasi ngayon, sabi mo sa akin, risk taker ka. Ayun pala, 5% loss, kinakabahan ka na. Diba? Kasi yung definition mo ng risk, definition ko ng risk, might not be the same. This tool will help you determine exactly ano yung risk tolerance mo. Because this tool will show you ano yung possible downside risk ng investment mo. Dito mo na ngayon tatanungin, kaya ko bang i-tolerate yung ganito kalaking potential na ibaba o ibagsak? So you see, the purpose of diversification is two things. Number one is to enhance your return. Number two is to reduce your risk. So it's not to eliminate risk. It's almost impossible to eliminate risk. Why? There are two types of risk: systematic risk and unsystematic risk. So let's first talk about systematic risk. An example of systematic risk is purchasing power risk. Let's say for example, bigla na lang naging inflation natin sa Pilipinas is 10%. Maapektuhan ka ba? Yes. In fact, lahat tayo sa Pilipinas maapektuhan pag tumaas yung inflation natin ng let's say 10%. Ano ang systematic risk? It affects everybody. Another example would be currency risk. Kapag nag-devalue yung peso natin, everybody will get affected by it, right? On the other side, yung tinatawag natin na unsystematic risk, ito naman yung tinatawag natin na firm risk. It's very specific to the business. Let's say for example, let's go back, let's say a few years back, di ba? Naalala nyo, napapansin nyo dati, di ba, yung mga telephone natin, yung mga mobile phone natin, di ba, ang pinakasikat that time was Nokia, right? So this was the age of the analog na cellphone, right? So if for example, you invested in a company that produces those analog phones, like for example, Nokia, Motorola, etc., etc., then ano nangyari? Nung nag-iba yung isip ng tao, they now migrated to smartphones. That risk was very specific to those companies that just produces analog phones. In order for you to reduce your risk, one of the best things that you can do there is diversify your investment. So it's possible na meron ka pa rin investment doon sa analog na yun, but you started investing in the food business, you started investing in a company that is more on the smartphone side, you started investing in utility companies, and so on and so forth. So therefore, kung sakaling naging hindi okay yung analog company na yon or yung analog phone company na yon, yung risk mo ngayon is now lesser. So you see, unsystematic risk is what we also call as diversifiable risk. So by diversifying, you now reduce yung firm-specific risk. But no matter what happened, you will always be subjected by systematic risk. So every journey, even the financial ones, have its own challenges. So just remember, pinag-usapan natin, anong pinakaunang gagawin natin? Know where you want to go. Know where you are. And third, how to get there. For you to be able to get there, ano yung pinaka-pinag-usapan natin today? Understand your risk profile. Are you low, medium, or high risk? Number two, diversify by time. You have short, medium, and long-term investments. Diversify by different asset classes. You can have stocks, bonds, properties, and even cash. To end, risk will always be present. Hindi mawawala yan. But with time, as your ally, you can reduce your risk.